Yo, I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, 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 I have a bad day, I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face, I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. I have a bad. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo.
Streaming looks like the Wild West, but it's not. Every streamer falls into one of 7 levels. Some are stuck at the bottom.
Bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo,
Some break through, from the NPCs clogging up Twitch, all the way to icons like iShowSpeed, who literally redefined streaming today. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 levels of a streamer, starting with level 1. I couldn't find what to call this level, so I put NPC as a placeholder. Anyway, level 1 is the unknown. Everyone starts here and most never leave. These are the people who just discovered OBS last week, and think streaming is as simple as turn on the camera, get famous. Spoiler alert, it's not. Most beginners are here. And look, no hate, everyone starts somewhere. Most streamers stay at level 1 forever. Some of y'all watching this might even be level 1 yourselves. You know, the aspiring streamer. You got a range of 0 to 200 viewers.
How many times you good at? Like 6 to 7 times, you know what I'm saying? 6
Yo.
7 times.
Yo.
Not too much.
yo.
6 7 times. Like 6 7 times.
Now, I don't want to say the actual streamers who are in this level because I don't want to get the streamers butt hurt because it might look like I'm dissing them even though I'm not. Now, the next levels, I don't care. We're calling them out by name. Level 2, clout chasers. Your existence depends on attaching yourself to bigger names. You survive off of clips, collabs, or manufactured drama. Examples of a level 2 streamer are a streamer like Yusuf or Dabo, maybe a Zoe Spencer. For Dabo, his archetype is the clip farmer. Dabo is known as the loud, reckless, known for what people call the humiliation ritual content, basically doing wild stuff, embarrassing stuff just to get attention.
Went back to my devious activities, bro. I was throwing that ass inside the locker room. I was a demon. I was really gay. Like,
He started with no audience, but what got Dabo popular was maybe by accident leaning into
yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. I have a bad day. I just had a bad start. Shorty got a nice face. I know she got a.
Streaming looks like the Wild West, but it's not. Every streamer falls into one of 7 levels. Some are stuck at the bottom, some break through. From the NPCs clogging up Twitch, all the way to icons like iShowSpeed who literally redefined streaming today. Today I'm breaking down the 7 levels of a streamer, starting with level 1. I couldn't find what to call this level, so I put NPC as a placeholder. Anyway, level 1 is the unknown. Everyone starts here and most never leave. These are the people who just discovered OBS last week and think streaming is as simple as turn on the camera, get famous. Spoiler alert, it's not. Most beginners are here. And look, no hate, everyone starts somewhere. Most streamers stay at level 1 forever. Some of y'all watching this might even be level 1 yourselves. You know, the aspiring streamer. You got a range of 0 to 200 viewers.
How many times you doing it there? Like 6 to 7 times, you know what I'm saying? 6, 7 times. I feel not too much. 6, 7 times. 6, 7 times.
Now, I don't want to say the actual streamers who are in this level because I don't want to get the smaller streamers butt hurt because it might look like I'm dissing them even though I'm not. Now, the next levels, I don't care, we're calling them out by name. Level 2, Clout Chasers. Your existence depends on attaching yourself to bigger names. You survive off of clips, collabs, or manufactured drama. Examples of a level 2 streamer are a streamer like a Yusuf or a Dabo, maybe a Zoe Spencer. For Dabo, his archetype is the clip farmer. Dabo is known as the loud, reckless, and known for what people call the humiliation ritual content, basically doing wild stuff, embarrassing stuff just to get attention.
Went back to my devious activities, bro. I was throwing that ass inside the locker room. My butt is, bro. I was a demon. I was really gay. Like,
He started with no audience, but what got Dabo popular was maybe by accident leaning into being very emotional content creator, memeable, and let's be honest, his looks, and attaching himself to artists that he cares about, like Playboy Cardi.
Now you trim, Cardi. Now you really trim, bro.
His turning point was a viral reaction to Frank Ocean's Blonde. That energy put him on stage with Cardi himself. Good for him. And then there's the Diddy disciples like a Deshae Frost. Popular but too freaky. Think of the most gooned out guy who can't do anything but make adult content for people who somehow haven't discovered adult sites. His whole shtick is bringing on OF girls and turning streams into, you know, it's not creative, it's just low effort gooner bait.
You feel it?
okay, turn it off. I'm finna nut. Please. Take it, turn it off.
Buzz me up, man.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna show it. You get the picture, bro. What do I look like? Huh? Come on. Oh, but I'll give you a little context, okay? The Deshae Frost and that girl are in an Uber. Oh my god, bro. Do you really need that much info? Come on, let's just continue the video, huh? Literally anyone who makes this type of content is level 2 and below. Jack Doherty, another one, he's what I call a clout goblin. His whole thing is shock value and desperation. Getting into fake fights or real fights and trying to, you know, manufacture chaos. It's less content and more, please don't forget I exist type of content. Then there's the sidekicks for level 2. They exist because of the bigger streamer, not because of their own content. A lot of streamers on level 2 can blow up quickly and fade away once the big streamer stops giving them platforms. Some elevate and become level 3. Level 3, grinder. This level is where a lot of gamers and reactions channels are. How far can this mic go? Like this nigga right here, or this nigga, you see these guys right here? These are, you know, your reactors. They're level 3. These are the people who are good enough to stay relevant, but not good enough to really, you know, I don't know, change Twitch or something, streaming. For aspiring streamers, this is the comfort zone. Not too famous to have people stalking or ruining your personal life, whether intentional or not, but also not too unknown to live comfortably. This level is what Twitch is about, or was about. Obviously, the upper levels changed Twitch more recently, but this level is more chill in my opinion. This is like the ideal level I'd like to be at if I ever started streaming. Level 4, the entertainer. If you're in level 4, you're probably averaging in the thousands, maybe 10,000 plus viewers. That puts you well above nearly every other streamer. It's rare. Most streamers don't even hit 100. People here thrive on being characters more than anything, or very skilled at what they do. Whether it's games, music, IRL, politics, they know how to entertain. They get viewers for a reason. That's basically level 4 all the way up to level 7. Take the Poggers lane. Wait, quick history lesson. The Pogger community is just a group of big old school Twitch streamers who blew up off of gaming and built their own little ecosystem. Basically white people. And I think Poggers is like a Twitch slang for hype or something like that. Guys like Asmongold or Mizkif. He's basically the glue that holds his side of Twitch together. He co-founded OTK. If you want controversy and unfiltered opinions, you're watching a Sneeko or Destiny. If you want goon content, you've got DDG, a YouTuber who turned Twitch into another project of his. If you're into women who say nigga freely, you're watching Senna. This tier is also where most of AMP lives. Everyone except Kai, Duke, and Agent. Level 5, the star. If you're in level 5, congratulations. You're 1 in 10,000. Literally. Level 5 is basically the streaming lottery. Most people never even sniff this tier. There are household names within streaming. These are the streamers averaging 15k
Chat, what up?
plus viewers or concurrent viewers.
Somebody's
We're
watching.
talking the top 0.1 to 0.5% of
Yo,
viewers.
what's goody, what's goody, what's Gucci?
These are the household names who built their careers on dominating games and turning it into mainstream recognition. Queso, he's the new school phenom. Massive viewership, proving raw gaming streams can still create stars in 2025.
This dude's name is K. Sit on me. Okay, sit still.
Then you have OGs like Tim the Tap Man, Shroud, maybe Tfue. These are some of the most recognizable names in gaming streams. I'd even add Jinxie in the cut as well. On the political side, Hasanabi is the biggest political streamer in the world. He pulls tens of thousands of viewers daily just by talking about news, you know, breaking down everything. He's controversial and loved, but who isn't at this level? Then there's the popularity, personality-driven archetypes like Your Age or Bruce Drop-Em-Off, who's polarizing, yes, hilarious, yes, but he has one of the most loyal fan bases in the game. If you want music-driven streams, you go to a Blackboy Max. Obviously, that's not all he does, but he's one of the few streamers actually trying to get taken serious in the music industry. I put Dante on this list as well. He's one of the best reactor streamers ever, in my opinion. Flight Reacts is the king of NBA reaction content or sports content. He got popular for acting dumb. Valkyrie, I don't know much about her, I don't even watch her. And normally that would mean I shouldn't rank her, right? False, I'm a ranker anyway, she's level 5. Then there's Ludwig, who's part of the Pogger community. Ludwig is tricky because he's either level 5 or level 6. Before Kaisenet did his subathons and mafiathons and broke all these records, Ludwig held the Twitch subscription record with the 31-day subathon in 2021. Ludwig, in my opinion, popularized the subathon format and became the biggest streamer in the world at one moment. You know what? Just because of that, he's level 6. Just because of that alone. Which brings us to level 6. Level 6, cultural shift. This tier is where the most famous streamers ever are. XQC. He started as an Overwatch pro to one of Twitch's most watched and subscribed streamers. He's also popular for needing subtitles on streams every once in a while.
Guys, what's going on? You know what I think that's with some of you guys. I guess the first time the lights.
Fuck he's talking about.
That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as and lame as hell. Cause only lame niggas say that stuff.
You ain't funny Pokimane. She has been the face of streaming for women for nearly a decade. She's the blueprint. Without Pokimane, half of today's women in streaming wouldn't even have the same lane. She made it normal to stream, I guess. I don't know. Hate it or love it, she's an icon for female streaming. Abai. If you're in the US thinking Abai who, just know he's famous in the Spanish-speaking streaming world. Man's at one point had 9.3 million peak concurrent viewers on Twitch, meaning 9 million viewers were watching.
Bro,
at the same time
bro,
on one
what the
stream. If you
fuck?
still don't know him, you probably seen him in that viral
9 M's,
looking at each
nigga.
other at the Ballon d'Or award ceremony. I think I said it right. Ninja. He took Fortnite from a popular game to a worldwide obsession. Well, not really him. There's obviously other people, but he was like the face of it for one point. He streamed with Drake, broke Twitch records, got ESPN covers, late night interviews, the whole thing for just being a streamer. That was not even heard of. Now he's obviously not pulling those, insane numbers like he did anymore, but that doesn't erase the blueprint he left behind. He showed the world that streaming could cross into the mainstream. Level 7, Icon. This is it, the final level. Level 7 is reserved for the streamers who go beyond numbers. When you hit level 7, you're not competing with other streamers anymore. You're competing with, rappers, athletes, YouTubers, celebrities in the context of fame.
Competing
I'm
with
talking people
everybody.
who never opened Twitch in their life. They know who you are. There are only 2 streamers I put on Icon. Kaisenet, he's the face of Twitch, no doubt. He turned streaming into an event. Subathons became the biggest event in online content. When Kai goes live, it's almost like old television. Kai is the event host of the internet. He's the one who took a format that used to be sit and stream for hours and flipped it into improv TV. He has, of course, got hate for that. Some say he's selling out. Others complain he's making everything about big stunts instead of just chilling and gaming. Some of his peers accused him of view buying, like XQC. He gets blamed, analyzed, but that comes with being the biggest name on the platform. Then there's iShowSpeed. At one point, he was the
I
most
show
famous
what?
streamer online.
I show
Loud,
beat.
too reckless, banned on Twitch, constantly in controversy. Example, 2 people left on Earth thing.
Say if we didn't last 2 people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue, would you reproduce with me?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine and then their kids. No.
Who gonna stop me?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
But he transcended all that. He flocked over to YouTube after he got banned, used Ronaldo as a way to get even more popular. Now he's a global name. Europe, South America, Asia, Africa, it doesn't matter where you go. Kids know who iShowSpeed is. Even adults. I think he even met presidents at one point. They flood his chat in languages he doesn't even speak, and part of that is because he's on YouTube. Everyone has YouTube on their phone, which means everyone has access to speed. That accessibility took his chaos worldwide. That man has 400 million followers on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. That's over 100 million combined on social media. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the pyramid from the NPCs all the way to the
So
iShowSpeed.
chat,
So
what
now it's
am
on
I?
you.
What am I in this
In the comments, I'll be reading.
in this pyramid? Let me know in the chat. Okay, chat. Welcome back to my stream. Remember to use MilX as your financial hub. You are a creator. You need to get paid area to finance your products, so your projects. Use link in my description. and you're gonna get your 25 USD battles, and you know. Oh shit. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hey, yo, chat. I ain't gonna lie, this is the game of the year. You know, it feels good to play this game, and it is really challenging. Somebody on YouTube, yo, what up? Let's go tandika muri chat. Can you type in the chat? So I think there's something I need to unlock here, and but I need first to fight with these guys. Bro, you gotta be smart, like you gotta be like conscious with the oh shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, gotcha. Oh shit. Bro, what the hell? Oh my god. You are needed to get down. Oh, he got me. Wow. GG's. Good game. Nah, I'm not going there. This is not gonna mean anything because I am almost gonna die. Unless I get something like to boost my... Let me see. Nah. Oh my days. I gotta start over. Nah, I don't wanna fight with anything. Bro, to go to tell bro like, oh my days, jet, bro, what the fuck? So ngomba kuanza gucunganwa n'inyoni. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh boy. Wow. Just like that. Okay. Bro, what can I do right now? Yo, oh my god. I don't want to fight with anyone here. So there is a mini boss fight I have here, and so there's no. I gotta do it. I gotta defeat the bugs. There's no other way around it. I have to enter here. Hopefully I will have the spawn thingy. This one. Okay, let me ban and then start over. God, this thing is hard. It's like it is difficult to beat these things. It's not like easy as it seems. Okay, I've got that one. Oh my god. Bro. Bro, I have to bring. Oh my god. Okay. Show me one. Bro, I need it to go down. Okay. Okay, I got it. Oh shit. Okay. Hopefully I'm gonna do it. Oh my days. Oh my. Bro, I'm gonna die. To be honest, like. Bro, oh Bro, this is crazy. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna do it. Chat, I'm gonna do it. Even though it's hard, but it's difficult. Pause. It's difficult. It's not hard. It's difficult. I'm gonna do it. Like I came this far. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh, bro. I'm gonna. Hold on. Oh shit. Bro. They got me. Yo. Hold on. Anyway, is there any nearby listing bench? Chat, let me know. Is there any new nearby resting bench? I feel like I'm resting far away from this location. Okay, here we go, chat. Oh my days. Gotcha. Chat. That technique, oh shit, that technique was not bad. That technique was not bad, but I'm not sure if... Oh my god. Oh my... I'm gonna die. Ah, shit. So I have to use like the economy, you know what I mean? I have to think about how much thing I'm using and how much I'm losing and how much I'm gaining. That would be that should be the first thing. Know how much you are gaining. Bro, there should be some like nearby resting bench, bro. I feel like I'm coming from far away. Oh shit. Okay. So now we are going at Greymore. Bro, it's way more difficult. There should be supposed to be resting bench nearby, man. I feel like I'm coming from far away. Oh my. Hold on. Chat, I need to bind one more time. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh my days, you start over? Bro, I need to be. Oh my days. Okay. Anyway, somehow, for some reasons, I've improved my my attacks. You know, my attacks are somehow heavier nowadays. Okay, now we're good. But I'm gonna die here. I ain't gonna have to. Oh my days. Okay. So I need to go. I need to lock in, man. Shit. Hold on. Yo, it's not easy as it seems, bro. Like, this shit is difficult. Here we go, chat. Hold on. Oh my days. Gotcha. Bro, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my days, they got me. Ah shit. That was a GG. Anyway, there's no other way to go than well, it seems like there's nowhere else to go. Yo, Tupac.
African languages. Now, researchers have recorded more than 9,000 hours of local speech to open up the new technology to more people across the continent as the flood now reports.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, has become a major part of modern living, shaping how industries work, from travel, health, education, and much more. But as with any technology, it is only as good as the communities it serves. And in Africa, that's a problem. Africa is home to a third of the world's languages. Despite this, in AI development, those languages are missing. Critics say the issue is a lack of investment and readily available data. You see, many of the well-known AI systems are trained on English, Chinese, or European data sets, what researchers call high-resource languages. But for millions of people across Africa who only speak indigenous languages, this means being left behind. Yet, local experts say the opportunity for AI to help solve everyday challenges in Africa is immense, if designed with local languages in mind. Meet Kilebogile Musime, a 45-year-old mother turned produce farmer. At her Rustenburg farm, she uses a homegrown app, AI Farmer, to help when problems arise. Prompting it in her home language, Setswana, the app understands and responds with suggestions.
As somebody who's still learning, because I think farming is a lifelong learning experience, you hit a lot of challenges. You can see my cabbages, they're like opening, so I can go into AI and ask them, my cabbages are opening, what that is.
But such language savvy tools are extremely rare, and AI needs massive data to work well. A new project called Africa Next Voices may help with this. Its researchers have created the largest known data set of African languages. Across South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria, they asked everyday people to talk about everyday things, from farming, schooling, and healthcare, in 18 different local languages.
You need some basis to start off with, and that's what we hope the African Next Voices is, and then people will build on top of that and then add their own innovations.
The data will be free for developers worldwide. For tech business Lelapa AI, who build digital models in African languages for banking and telecoms firms, this could be a game changer for their customers.
In the very simple sense, we want people to have agency over their lives. From that perspective, we're engaging in assisting people in participating in a digital economy.
For those pushing for inclusive AI, this isn't just about Africa claiming a seat at the digital table. It's about using the technology to...
Chat, what's going on? What's going on, man? Let me know what's going on around the world. So we have YouTube restates accounts. Bro, what the fuck is that? I said, man, YouTube ages. Nah, come on, wallahi, come on, videos, man. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? sonum ko witwa nimba ari Kimils or Kimers, like abafana biwe bwo ndizera ko basubijwe. YouTube to start bringing back creators banned for COVID-19 and nigga, what? Pokemon theme in DHS video. Wicked for good final trailer. Okay, wicked for good. Wicked for good, bro. Can you be wicked for when you have good intentions? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. This is new. So we do not have any video. That means it's only like it is only like articles, you know, it is only text words. So let's watch Wicked for Good trailer, right? I think that's the thing we should react to. Hold on, I feel like this is a female movie though. To be a fan of this movie, you have to be a female. There is a Ariana Grande in this movie. If she are more pop or more oh, this female was in Rwanda like a couple of days ago. Couple of weeks, I believe. Hold on. Pink. Anyway, chat. Hold on. Hey, bro, chat. This actress was in Rwanda. Okay, chat. Let's go back to the game, man. I want to pass this location, but it's not easy. Like, it is really, really difficult. Should I first clip that video? I feel like I should before I keep going. Anyway, let me give it like one try and then I will clip that video. That video should be out before the midnight. Hold on, 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 hold on.
I ain't gonna cap. I've been chilling for way too long. I've been ducked off for way too long, man. I'm finna go get my lamb back. Well, not back. I'm finna go get a whole new lamb, man. If you don't know, I read my last one. I totaled my last one. And to be honest, bro, I miss it. So, with that being said, man, make sure y'all lock up the video, man. And, bro, after today, I'm gonna officially be, once again, a lamb, bro. So, y'all need to add me back to the chat. And we just need to, you feel me? So,
And what's your name, Mr. Du? Okay, Mr. Du. Cute.
Alright, appreciate that. Sure, no problem, man. Nice to meet y'all. Appreciate that, bro. Sure, yeah.
Take
Big
care.
in person, bro. I'm just 6'2". So, you know, you need to watch where you're going. You almost. Hey, so look, you know what I realized, bro? I never knew how much I miss my lamb. Like, and I miss my fleet. Remember, I used to have green cars, 3 green cars, green lamb, green Hellcat, green Jeep. Now I got, bro, a black Hellcat and a, black Jeep. But I feel like I just been slacking a whole lot, and quite frankly, that's a crazy word. Quite frankly, but I'm tired of it, bro. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I just work way too hard to, you know what I'm saying, to lose things and not get them back. So now I'm going to go get it back. If that makes sense. The only thing I don't know is, like, since I read Dr. Doom, I just don't know what color to get my lamb there. Like, I don't care about what color I get today. I'm really just more concerned on, like, how the inside look. Cause, like, I don't care about the outside color. Cause I'm gonna get it wrapped, and you know, I gotta get a whole new kit on it. And bro, I don't know if y'all know, bro, getting a kit on a lamb is really expensive, bro. So now I gotta go through that whole process again, but y'all doing it with me. So if I gotta do it, y'all gotta do it. I don't wanna hear no complaining. But I do need y'all to let me know what colors. I need some color ideas, you know what I'm saying, for my lamb, for my new lamb. And you know what's crazy? I know I'm chatting, but know how crazy it is to be able to get a lamb, to afford a lamb, wreck it, you're gonna get a whole new one. So appreciate y'all, bro. And listen, bro, I know I've been MIA, bro, but I just needed a little time to myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me, family, and just, you know. But I'm back now, so I don't want to hear none of y'all bullshit in my DMs no more. I like this right here. I like this green, but like, I don't like the inside. Like the inside is like black and green. I had black and green last time. I told you, bro, I really don't care about like how the outside look, cause I'm gonna get it redone anyway. The inside is really what I'm. And you think if I buy this, they'll give me a bow? With the red bow? Last time I bought a lamb was when I turned 30. Now I'm buying another one. I'm 31 now, so I like this one though, not gonna lie. The inside tough too, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you know what I just noticed? I noticed that like the color of this always match the inside, always. So if you ever wanna know, chat, if you ever wanna know the color of a lamb on the inside, look at this, cause this lime green seats. Blue seats. Food for thought. I ain't no expert or nothing, but let's go talk to this dude, bro. Listen up, lime green. The only issue that I have is that I had lime green interior last time. You know? I had lime green interior last time. What'd you think, chat? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is a nice car. I can't do lime green again. Like lime green is probably my least favorite color, bro. And I had it last time. So I don't want the same feel. Like if I'm finna get another lamb, it gotta be you feel me? I'm gonna keep it a band, but the color is throwing me off. The blue, you know? The blue. Like, look, you see this? It's small details. Look at that. I'm not doing no backflip on command.
Do a backflip.
Well, I haven't done a backflip in a minute. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing no backflip no more. Nah, it's all right. I do one.
In about 20 minutes.
I do one in about, give me about 30 minutes.
I know a clip where I can make it sound like it look like.
Nah, I'm good. I feel like anytime I see somebody rent a lamb, it's this color. Oh, hell yeah. Bro, appreciate that, bro. Hell yeah. Cool as hell, bro. Damn, you biggish. Same height. You taller than me. What the hell you laughing for, bro? Well, you don't know how bad that hurt, gang. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like none of these right here. And they just don't hit for me, the outside or the inside. They just don't hit, especially that one right there. I do not like that one right there. Or this one, because this one look just like a regular black car. I need something with a little more oomph on it. Why you break all of that, Cameron?
First of all, you, bro.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just grabbing it.
Oh my God.
I was gonna bring that regardless. There's a drone in case you want it. I don't know.
Today is the day that I get to pick up this. All right. Do me a favor, Lee.
I get to pick one?
No. What? Yes, sir. Wait, how am I get over? How?
Walk on. Let's go. Walk on. Keep going. I got you.
Yo. I ain't gonna lie, these are some nice cars as well. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here. supposed to cross over no lines. If it ain't, you ain't got no permission to cross over the lines. Hold on, I like this right here. See this? The bow, I think the bow really, you know, really set it off. Man, we finally did it. We finally did it, OG. But they look good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead. Appreciate it, bro.
Congratulations, man. We did it. It's worth the wait.
It was. It was. The color isn't green, it's blue. You know what I'm saying? Like the last one was green. My phone is G. Nah, it's tough though, I can't care. It's been a minute since I had a lamb key in my possession. Matter of fact, the dude who stole my Hellcat, he got my lamb key. You dude. Word. Hey, I'm finna take some crazy pictures with these right here. If y'all see this video, I haven't posted on IG since April. Do what you want with the information. Hey, I'm finna go home. You ready? I need anything else? No, you good, bro. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to bro too, cause he made it happen, no cap. Hey, I already got plans. I gotta be on the block at 8:30, and then I gotta be at ATL to get it wrapped at 11. At 11. I'll look at it one more time. Look at me. Look at that. Now look at that. Look at me. Anyways, though, hey, look, I need y'all help. I need y'all to help me find a color. I need y'all to help me choose a color, because I can't go green. I can't do green. I can't do red. Kai got red. I can't do purple. Phantom got purple. I don't want to do orange or yellow. So, like I said, I need y'all help with a color. Y'all comment colors. Make sure y'all like the video, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all. Let's get this video, since I'm a Lambro again, let's get this video to like 100,000, 200,000, huh?
Are you a Lambro again?
I am a Lambro again.
You gotta talk to them nothing, you just automatically in?
I mean, I'm gonna talk to Kai eventually and tell him to add me back to the group chat. And then that's what it's gonna be, so. I ain't gonna hydroplane this one. I ain't gonna hydroplane this. You heard him try to be funny? Somebody don't hydroplane this one.
Hydroplane this one.
I ain't gonna hydroplane this one. Damn. I'm definitely not gonna hydroplane this one. Hey, don't tell Brittany can't hear me right now, but in November, I'm getting another car. All right? I also need y'all to give me recommendations on what car I should get. Maybe a Porsche. Maybe a G-Wagon. You know what I'm saying? Or a Corvette. I'm still thinking right now, but like, since my fleet was like, I feel like my fleet was like destroyed. You know what I'm saying? All the green was took off, my land was gone, tried to steal my head. I feel like my fleet was altered or like tampered with, you feel me? So now I'm finna improve my fleet tenfold. So I need color suggestions, I need car suggestions, bro. Word. So y'all make sure y'all do that now. For me. Something for me.
Couple pieces.
Oh, I get merch?
You get some merch.
Oh.
You get some merch.
Oh yeah.
Son of Rocker in the house.
I like this right here.
Right?
You want the boat?
Nah, I'm good. Right. Hell yeah, I'm good.
Couple for you, couple for him.
Bet, for sure.
Take it all.
I appreciate that right there, man.
Business, bro.
Thank you,
it's
bro.
A nice one.
Thank
Congrats.
you, bro, for sure. What's going on, bro? You alright?
Good, good. How are you?
So chilling, bro.
There you go, bro.
Appreciate it, OG,
yeah.
triple OG. You. I haven't drove a Lamb in quite some time, bro. You know, the Lamb is my favorite car. Like, it's all around, just overall, just the best car. Like, sporty, luxury, fast, comfortable. Oh, wait. Bro, this is what I forgot too. Bro, ain't the blue just crazy? The blue is crazy.
I think I'm more of a car person than you are.
Bro.
Cause like my eyes is going straight, like, you know, get carbon fiber steering wheel is so gas.
It's tough.
Carbon there, look. Carbon there, look. Carbon there.
Just imagine when I put the kit. I ain't even put the kit. Man, watch when I put my kit back on here. Watch when I put my kit back on here. You heard me? Man, I'm finna. You know how crazy my last one was. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the same kit or a different kit. But I don't really know no kit, so I need some kit suggestions too. But I need everything. But really,
All right, chat. I want to like clip something. There is a trailer that I want to clip. I think I should clip it while I am. Prince and princess. This type of things never happens in Africa, bro. Like I'm telling you, this is American stuff. Hey yo, bro. Just look at me. Not with your eyes. Which is, I've heard it say. Just look at me. Not just look at me. Not teach your eyes, which is I've heard it say. So black and whites are going to come together. That what it means?
I have no plan. Well, I do. Oh, thank God. Haven't you heard?
Hey, yo,
I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
go crazy. I'm telling you. Seems like witness to epic what? It be changed. Yo, the princess is gonna get married. Chat that female actress was in Rwanda a couple of weeks ago. And I'm telling you to visit Rwanda and and use MilX as your fan creator. You need to access your money area. Use the link in my description for sure. Just look at me. Teach your eyes. So black and whites are going to come together. That, so so black and whites are going to so black and whites are going to come together. That what it means?
I have no plan. Well, I do. Oh, thank God. Haven't you heard?
Hey, yo,
I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
go crazy. I'm telling you.
Never
just imagine when I put the kit. I ain't even put the kit. Man, watch when I put my kit back on here. Watch when I put my kit back on here. You heard me? Man, I'm finna. You know how crazy my last one was. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the same kit or a different kit. But I don't really know no kit, so I need some kit suggestions too. But I need everything. But really, what's gonna be the most important is the color, cause the color really gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I could get. Imagine if I get the same kit and do a like dark gray route. That motherfucker look like the Batmobile, man. Word, I'm telling you. But we gonna see though. Bro, listen, bro. Like, look at me right now. Like, look. Like, I ain't gonna be one of them that tilt their head to the side so you can see the Lamb logo. You feel me? Oh, and it got. This is crazy, bro. But listen, bro. Lastly, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for putting me in a position to where I can buy a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Put a kit on it, wrap it, wreck it, and then get another one and restart the whole process. None of this would be possible if it weren't for all y'all sitting here watching at home today. And I know I took a long break, well, for about a month and a half off social media, but obviously, as you can see, because you watching this, you know, I'm done with that break. So, I'm gonna take this straight to the motherfucking hood. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I took for granted having a Lamborghini the first time, cause it's like growing up, I never in a million years could even imagine myself in a Lamborghini Urus, bro. I didn't even know what that was, you know what I'm saying, back when I was younger. So, like I said, I feel like I took having a Lamb for granted at first, and even when I wrecked it, even when I lost it, even when somebody broke into it, I just didn't give a cause it's like I could replace it, but at the same time, it's like I still work really, really hard to get everything that I wanted. Like, bro, I got a Lamb truck. Like, I done had 2 Lamb trucks, and like I was never even supposed to get one. I was never able to be able to get even one. So now that I done had 2, I got a whole. Bro, it's a whole different appreciation that I got for owning a vehicle like this, bro. It's crazy. So I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate everybody, bro. I cannot count. And so look, right now I'm on my way back to the hood. None of my homeboys know I got another Lamb truck though. I told them that I was gonna get another one next year, but they meet me on the block right now because I told them that I was doing I told them I was doing a hood vlog because I haven't done one in a minute, which is true. But I told them, man, meet me in the hood, man. I'm finna do a hood vlog. So. And nah, but look, I can't wait to see the look on their faces when they see me pull up in a Lamb, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Lamb chop. Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, the Lamb was my favorite car between the Lamb, the Hellcat, and the 392G. The Lamb was my favorite one because it's like, it looked good. You know, bro, it's a daily form, damn near, bro. And I ain't even no big car nigga. Why the police want to talk to me? Hey, pull me over, one grab a video. Y'all can't pick up the phone. Don't have the police calling me.
Hey yo.
He said he want to take a picture with you. Well, tell him let you off with a warning. They did. Get what? They talking about that picture.
Yo, chat. Hold on. Chat, we gotta go back. We gotta go even harder than before. Chat, remember to use MilX, you know, as your financial hub. You know what I mean? As a creator, you need the money to finance your product. So use the link in my description, you know, to get startup, you know, sign up, connect YouTube account, and that's for sure you're gonna get your money. Yeah. Sure, something is shuttling, you know what I mean? It's not sounding good. Sure, what's going on? It is taking like way more time to. Hold on, let me see if I can play some YouTube video. Okay, we're back. Gosh, this is not where I was supposed to go. Chair was cracking. Oh my days. Bro, I'm gonna die in this bee. Told you. Broski. Okay. Wow. Gotta go somewhere else. That's crazy. Pilgrim. Hold on. Was there any way like I've seen something like what is this? Hold on. Chat, what is this a way? Yo, what the fuck? There's nothing. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can fall there. Bro, there's no way. Bro, there's nowhere to go. Let's go. Let's try the Sister Splinter. There is an enemy whose name is Sister Splinter. Matter of fact, it's a boss. Bro, this is pretty hard. Like, climb this place. I know I'm gonna die anyway. Like, I'm just trying to. Oh shit. Bro, how am I gonna like sing? Bro, how am I gonna spare a song for those who lay silent? Bro, what? Chat, how am I gonna like do the song? But there's nothing. Hold on, let me check on Google. Let me check on Google, bro. Spare hold on, I should be playing a video meanwhile.
I was scared. Hey, yeah, meet me in the hood. In the hood? I mean, not in the wood. In the wood. I'm pulling in the wood now. All right, but I'm finna be there in like 30 minutes. All right, bet. All right. Blue motherfucker in here, boy. This so tough, though. New now, who this? I gotta get some gas before we go to the hood, though. Before we go to the wood, so you. Hey, matter of fact, you go out there. Matter of fact, you go out there and got tell him it's a hood dog and got. What time is it? It's almost 9, hey, boy. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, what that I'm making.
So how am I gonna flex a Toyota Yaris with the Lambo, bro? That ain't gonna happen. Oh my days, bro. Yo. Yo, this is how it crashes. Bro, that's crazy, bro. Niggas are gonna die.
Reliability, safety, space, low running costs. If this looks like the list of must-have criteria for your next Super Mini, Toyota has the ideal candidate in its Yaris, possibly the ultimate quality, low-hassle purchase in this sector. If sensible is your thing,
Bro, niggas are buying Lamborghinis. And here I'm checking some Toyota videos, bro. Oh days, oh my days.
runabouts are well suited to the demands of urban life, the congested motoring that makes up the British motoring experience for so many of us. They can seat a family of 4, cope with the weekly supermarket shop without too much drama, even handle the cut and thrust of the British motorway network. With this being such a one-size-fits-all solution to British motoring, it's vital for mainstream manufacturers to have a competitive entrant in this sector. For years, Toyota.
Bro, why is it going like this?
Didn't. Now they do. It's called the Yaris. The first generation version of that car is the
Bro, nah, I needed like a video, man. Like a. Hold on. Let me check a. Let me check a real video, bro. That video is not going the way I want to.
G'day guys and welcome to
Nah, I need the single door. Hold on.
reliability, safety, space, low running costs. If this looks like the list of must-have criteria for your next Super Mini, Toyota has the ideal candidate in its Yaris, possibly the ultimate quality, low-hassle purchase in this sector. If sensible is your thing, the Yaris takes some beating. In the UK, we buy Super Minis in massive quantities. These compact runabouts are well suited to the demands of urban life, the congested motoring that makes up the British motoring experience for so many of us. They can seat a family of 4, cope with the weekly supermarket shop without too much drama, even handle the cut and thrust of the British motorway network. With this being such a one-size-fits-all solution to British motoring, it's vital for mainstream manufacturers to have a competitive entrant in this sector. For years, Toyota didn't. Now they do. It's called the Yaris. The first generation version of that car is the first competitive product that Toyota had ever had in this sector, and even now that first generation Yaris is a hit with buyers. Independent German organisation TÜV's data suggesting that it's the most reliable car of its age that it's possible to lay your hands on. The Mark II Yaris follows in its predecessor's footsteps. 3 VVTi variable valve timing petrol engines are available. There's an entry-level 69 brake horsepower 1 litre, a 1.3 with 87 brake horsepower, and a 1.8 with 131 brake horsepower. Diesel buyers are catered for by a 90 brake horsepower 1.4 litre D4D. Now, since the 1 litre version is better served for urban trips and the 1.8 litre petrol isn't that fast, most buyers end up going for one of the other 2 units rather sensibly. The 1.3 is peppy enough and makes the original model and attached. It's also way better in terms of perceived quality. The double sealed doors feel thicker and weightier, and they shut with a thunk rather than a central 3D effect to it. Conservative buyers might find it all a bit Buck Rogers, but it's minis. Now, one of the reasons why these cars are so large is that they're having to... Now, the Yaris gets round this one by arcing its bonnet over the unyielding mechanicals and so producing a deformable surface here. Now, using that trick, it can be class competitive inside despite being shorter outside, and it can still be easy to park. Clever. In fact, fold the easy flat rear seats down and you're treated to one of the largest stowage areas of any Super Mini. The system allows the seats to be split 60-40 and also to independently slide backwards and forwards, completely independent of one another. That means that you can transport bulky or long loads without impinging on the rear seat passenger's legroom allowance. Prices lie mainly in the £9,000 to £14,000 bracket. That's directly comparable, as you would expect, to obvious rivals like
I just bought an absolutely filthy car off of Facebook Marketplace. And I mean filthy, this thing is so dirty I'm very surprised they didn't clean the interior at all before trying to sell it. Anyway, let's take a look.
They didn't
So
clean
little
the
three-door
interior.
Toyota Echo, otherwise known as the Yaris throughout the rest of the world. And oh god, you bet the seller didn't show any interior photos in the ad. This is truly awful, and I've seen some really dirty cars before. Did they ever wash their hands? And honestly, how does this even happen? I was genuinely stunned when I saw this. Apparently, this was used for food delivery as well. With any luck, I'll be able to get this a little bit more sanitary. Every surface that the driver would have touched is truly bad. So, what do we have under the hood?
Yo,
It's the efficient
what's
little
up?
1.3-litre inline-4 2NZ FE.
Bro, how do you mean sexy, bro? Like, yo.
Yeah, this particular one is a replacement from a
Whining,
2006 Yaris. When it was put in here, it had apparently done 113,000 kilometers, and we can see it needs a little bit of oil. I'll be doing a full oil change during this video, but for now, I just want to test the car. For a car that's just about to clock over 400,000 kilometers, it's great to see that it has no leaks at all, and this is mainly probably due to the fact that the engine was replaced, of course. So let's turn our attention to the very poorly patched up exterior. Whenever you buy a new car, be sure to check that the lights and turn signals work. Only one of the 3 brake lights actually works. Hopefully it's just a burnt out globe and not an electrical problem. And as we can see,
Almost
this
a
globe
million.
is very much blown. At the front, the left headlight H4 globe also needs replacing as only the high beam works. Now let's give that exterior a much needed cleaning. The clear coat on the bonnet is absolutely destroyed. It's literally coming off in large chunks. It's very satisfying to spray down a dirty car with some foam. You don't necessarily need a foam cannon.
Alright, cool. Let's watch it.
Outdated car like this, you shouldn't do the same with your browser. So now's a great time to switch to Opera, the fast and secure browser with integrated AI tools. The Christmas season is upon us and Opera has a gift for you. Fast and secure browsing that's absolutely free. You also get a free built-in VPN, ad blocker and tracker blocker all enabled with a few simple clicks. I find it super convenient having my favorite music accessible right from the customizable sidebar. You can choose many different websites and apps to have easily accessible. This includes your service item, keeping you over Island. I just use it forever cleaning a car. Don't forget to remove the leaf litter. This car clearly sat under a tree, and you should probably wear gloves while doing this. A multi-purpose cleaner works pretty well for interior plastics. I'll progressively work at cleaning the interior over the next few weeks. I just want at least the surfaces I touch on a regular basis to be cleaned off. Upholstery cleaner can only do so much to the really stained seats. I'll likely just put some cheap seat covers over these, which will save a lot of time and effort. If this isn't a PSA for reasons you should wash your hands, I don't know what is. If you clean your car regularly, it will not look like this. This car seems pretty mechanically sound, but it came with literally no service history. The only thing in the glove box was this religious text for some reason. Taking the beauty cover off, I'll put in some new spark plugs. Clearly the first ignition coil was replaced somewhat recently. They generate the spark spark for each cylinder. I've definitely seen worse, but the first one could definitely do with replacing. A worn out spark plug causes more resistance, which can lead to premature ignition coil failure. New ones are dirt cheap, just make sure you get ones compatible with your vehicle. Quality ones can last upwards of 100,000 kilometers. I like to first tighten the new plugs in by hand to make sure not to damage the thread. Then I do about a half a turn plus a little bit more. Not too tight, but it's also not going to come loose on its own. There was a little bit of surface rust in cylinder 1. I was sure to clean this out with some isopropyl alcohol before putting the spark plug in. Let's see if it still starts up. Yes, it's still running well. Next up, after warming up the engine, is the oil change. I'm not sure when the last one was done, but having good oil in here is even more so important because it uses a timing chain, not a timing belt. The timing chain is lubricated by the engine oil. As I said before, this engine has no leaks at all, so it was probably reconditioned before being installed. With a 14mm socket, I undid the sump plug. Once all that had drained out, I removed the oil filter, which was also pretty easy to get to, if a little bit messy to remove. The oil capacity is supposed to be just under 3 litres, which my collection pan shows here. With your new filter, be sure to remove the plastic film and lubricate the seal with a bit of oil. Also check that the old filter came out with its rubber seal. You don't want to stack rubber seals as they'll leak like a sieve. Now I'm going to put in slightly less than the oil capacity. Once it's back on flat ground, I'll fill up the last bit, checking the dipstick to make sure it's not overfilled. And you know what? It looks like they just put water in the cooling system without any coolant. So let's put in some coolant. This engine is supposed to have the red stuff. And to drain whatever's in there, there's a little tap on the base of the radiator. Leaving the radiator cap off, I got under there and unscrewed the plug, which released the contents of the cooling system, which was pretty much entirely water. Now to get the rest of the liquid out of the reservoir, you could take off this hose, but it was on there tight and I didn't want to break it. So I simply blew the liquid up through the radiator. There's a slight red tint to it. Luckily in our climate, we don't need to worry about freezing, thankfully. The entire system appears to take about 4 litres. I left the heater on before switching off the car, so the contents of the heater core should have come out with it. Then it's simply a matter of filling the cooling system. Once it appears full, get it back on flat ground. Then, with the engine running and heaters on, keep topping up the radiator until it stays full. I diluted this coolant I'm putting in now. Also be sure to appropriately fill the reservoir. With the engine off, let's change that blown front headlight. The filament is visibly damaged, with the high beam part still intact. And now we have working front headlights once again. The wiper blades on here are pretty crusty, and I got some replacement blades at cost price, being around $6 Australian each. They come with mounts to suit most vehicles. Using old worn out blades can scratch your glass, and if your windows appear fogged over a bit, cleaning the inside will definitely help. Now with the engine cooled down and the dipstick wiped off, let's check the oil level. It needs a little bit more. I kept adding a little bit until it sat very close to the full line. With engine maintenance out of the way, let's focus on the exterior. The bonnet is one area we can improve pretty easily. After taking the grille off, we can try repainting the surface. Since the Toyota logo was stuck on pretty well, I simply masked over it with tape. The peeling clear coat and years of neglect has left it looking pretty bad. First of all, I wiped down the surface. Then I rubbed the entire bonnet with some fine wet sandpaper. I wanted to remove all of the flaking clear coat edges that I could. This gives us a better surface to work with before sanding. I focused on the areas of clear coat still remaining to roughen them up for painting. Then, once again, I ran over the entire surface with fine wet sandpaper. Before painting it, it's a good idea to clean surfaces with wax and grease remover, which removes debris like wax and grease. And if there were any lifting areas of clear coat remaining, I scratched them off. Prior to painting, you should also mask up the little water squirters, as they won't be very effective if clogged up with paint. Now the painting can begin, starting off with a few very light coats. I found some cheap spray paint that was a pretty good match to the rest of the car body. Make sure to wear a mask or a respirator and do this in a well-ventilated area outside. It's really starting to look somewhat even after a few coats. This is definitely a big improvement compared to what it looked like before, and after waiting for the paint to dry, it was time for the clear coat, which will help protect the paint. I was running a bit low on this stuff, so I focused on doing a few thicker coats. Sadly, I got too close and scratched some of the soft paint. Either way, it's looking a lot better. Be sure to let it dry for at least 24 hours. While it sits there drying, let's take care of some of the other damage to the bodywork. Using some cut and polish greatly reduced the large scrape on the driver's side door. Scrapes that had removed paint, I simply touched up with a Q-tip along with some leftover spray paint. The next day it was time to see how the bonnet turned out. Since I ran out of clear coat spray, I really didn't apply enough to safely polish the surface afterwards, so we'll see how it goes over the next coming months. Unlike the Holden Commodore I made a video on recently, the paint I applied to the bonnet matches the rest of the body very well. It's not perfect,
Reliability.
Damn. Boy. Hold on. Ah, shit. Nah, fuck it. I'ma go like down here. I feel like there is a shortcut. Bro, what? Man. Okay, finally. I feel like I need to go back, like. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, that was another location to go through. Hold on, let me try. Let me go through here. Gotcha. Alright. So this is a new thing. What is this? A long pin. A long pin. What is this, chat? Hold on. So you got something. 10 out of 10. A wet pin and half form to pierce tough shells. Oh. Okay, nice. I wonder how does it work like? Okay, let me check. Oh, you can change it with oh, okay. Anyway, let me see how does it work like. Oh, nah. Ah, okay, I see. Like, this is the thing you've got. So this is not what I'm looking for. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm gonna keep going with the straight pins. I feel like straight pins are way faster. Oh shit. Oh, no. I feel like I need to go back to gray more. Oh shit. Oh my days. Bro, bro, hold on. Gotcha. I need to go back. I need to make it. I need to make it safe. Okay, this is where I need to rest. Halfway home. Halfway home. Nah, I don't want to fight with any one of those. Shit, how come there is no resting bench around here? There should be a resting bench in these areas. Bro, we got here, but bro, I've been fighting with these birds for like 2 weeks ago. Oh my days. They got me. Wow.
Hello there, this is going to be a full in-depth tour of this 2004 Toyota Yaris 1.3 in the colour collection trim, showing the exterior, engine and interior. Here's the key fob. This is the Toyota key fob that they used in the early 2000s. Your lock and unlock, as you can see. So let's unlock the car. The exterior is a fender grille.
What is up, lovers of budget cars and bikes? Welcome back to another winter video. For 2020, it's February, the back end of February, almost, sorry, I tell a lie, it's actually January. It's almost February, and it's the best day so far, this budget car in this series. Well, I say that. I don't think I'm going to find much cheaper than this. I'll obviously tell you the price in a minute, or I might even put it in the description. I'm not quite sure yet. But anyway, if you've seen the other video I did on the other Toyota Yaris, I thought, well, screw it, let's get an old girl, same car, Toyota Yaris, and see what the differences are. I mean, they're not really comparable, if we're honest, because one was a 2013 hybrid, and this, not so much. I saw these when I was out in Greece, actually, when I was living out in Greece. I think these first came out in 1999 or thereabouts. And they were actually a nice little funky car at the time. I'm not quite sure of the age group of the people watching this, but if you remember in 1999 there wasn't a huge amount of exciting cars out, and this came out and it was a good, affordable, cheap little runaround, and it still is to this day, to be honest. It's the 1 litre petrol GS Toyota Yaris. Two-door coupe, again with the coupe. I don't know why I keep seemingly to find coupes. It's not a conscious decision, it's just one of those things. Very local, same village as me. I saw it on Facebook. It was, I'll tell you now, they wanted £500 for this car on the premise that they put a new MOT on it. So I said, look, I'll give you 400 quid with the new MOT, providing it passes, all that kind of stuff. You know, knowing full well that if it did fail, I might be able to do it myself, some of the work, depending on what it was, of course. You know, if it was brake discs or anything like that, I would have done it myself. Turns out it did pass. One advisory was the exhaust hanger, one side of the exhaust hanger, which is underneath here somewhere, broken off. But the other side, I had a look underneath. The other side's still holding it up. You know, the exhaust is in good condition. So, you know, I'm not going to change that because I don't really think it needs doing desperately now. It was only a minor advisory. But to be honest, parts for this car are so ridiculously cheap. If you did want to do it, I priced one up on eBay. It was 35 quid for the whole section from here through to here, including the back box. 35 quid. You can't argue with that, can you really? So if somebody wanted to do it, they could sell this on. We'll have a look at the engine while we're here. I know when I sell this on, it's up together, you know. One of the things that's slightly annoying is the door strap down there. It doesn't seem to work anymore, so as you can see, the door opens incredibly wide. Let's have a look at the inside, actually, while we've got the door open. As you can see, I mean, bearing in mind, this is 20 years old, this little Toyota, and it's all right. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Little 5-speed manual. Everything inside there is incredibly clean. Now, unlike an Audi, a BMW, and even some Mercedes, none of the plastics have faded. None of the plastics have chipped, you know, like that peeling shit you get on the BMWs, especially by now. I mean, I've seen 2008 BMWs where the switchgear here is all peeling and horrible, and the steering wheel's all peeling and horrible. But this, no, everything's perfectly fine. I will show you one weird little thing as well, which...
Welcome to my little spaceship, the Toyota Yaris.
What is up, lovers of budget cars and bikes? Welcome back to another winter video.
The famously funky Toyota Yaris entered the world in 1999 and was in production for 5 years. It replaced the Toyota Starlet and Tercel and was aimed towards the younger generation of drivers. It was the first global...
In today's video, I'll be showing you how to access the head unit on a Mark I Toyota Yaris Phase.
Hello everybody and welcome to Kai Keys. I have some good news for you and some bad news for you. The bad news first. Ladies and gentlemen, it's officially Rover. My daily driver, the Rover 75, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, is no more. It is...
Hi folks, it's Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today you join me.
You can now find me on Roadster, the app connecting people through cars. Hello everybody, today, hot on the heels of my Corolla T-Sport review, I'm driving yet another forgotten Japanese hot hatch, the Yaris T-Sport. Said on a number of occasions that I believe the late 90s and early noughties were really a golden period for the hot hatchback. That I still believe, but it is also true that Toyota, the world's largest automaker at many points in history, has had a little bit of a distant and very on-off relationship with the genre. Off the back of my Corolla T-Sport review, I've been offered a number of cars in very much the same vein, and the first one I wanted to try was this, the Yaris T-Sport, for a couple of reasons. First, its owner Sam was adamant that it is one of the most fun cars he's ever driven, and he's had many of the hot hatch greats: 205 GTI, 106 GTI, Civic EP3. This is also the car which brought the T-Sport brand to the world, was the first ever vehicle sold with that badging. However, if you were to look at it, you might think that it seems a bit of a missed opportunity, but there's a very good reason for that. The figure most people when buying a hot hatch will look at is horsepower, and this has just 105 of them. Unlike the first generation Corolla T-Sport though, Toyota did seem to put a little bit more effort into this one. So you've got bespoke bumpers, front and rear, newer, more aggressive side skirts. Even this little wind deflector is actually a genuine Toyota item, as is the very diminutive but still quite nice damp out. It does make things just a little bit better, improves side visibility. You got discs all round versus the discs and drums of the regular model. You had a lower and stiffer where the biting point of the clutch is a little higher than I was expecting. It's actually fine. The steering is fairly light. The cabin is pretty simply laid out. It's not very high end, but that's because this wasn't a very expensive car. £12,000 when new, and today you can pick an example up from about 2 to 4. You do have air conditioning, which is very nice to see, and probably just as important to some as the power figure, on a run you'll get about 41 to the gallon. Even doing some fun stuff, I'm still getting 34.5 as an average. That's pretty darn good. Let's have a little bit more of a play, shall we? Space is also reasonably limited. Up front it's not really a problem, but the back seats are fairly cramped. You might just about get 4.
Okay, chat, here we go again. Oh shit, chat. Oh my days, I still have 1 more hour to go. Bro, I'm tired. Ah, fuck this shit, bro.
Hey everybody, Drew here from Pellet Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this beautiful 2009 Toyota Yaris all the way up from Rosedale, Maryland, which is a suburb of Baltimore. Although it's important to note, I don't want to forget to tell you, this car was owned not only there in Maryland, but also in southern New York, Corning, and southern Pennsylvania as well. So they kind of followed that line, which is on the right side of the Appalachian Mountains. This car is very clean, as you see. It doesn't have any major rust on it. There's one small spot right here, not to be a spoiler alert or anything. As you see too, it's extremely clean underneath, especially for a 2009, more consistent with like a Rochester 2000, maybe 17 or so. As you see on the walk around real quick, it's super clean. It does have some cosmetic flaws though, and they don't jump out in the photos. You'll see what I mean as we go through the video. I'll point out everything I possibly can, so there's no surprises when you get here to test drive it. And if you want to order this car online and have it delivered, which we do, all over the U.S. actually, we just don't want there to be any surprises when you take delivery. We'll be taking it for a test drive as well. So up front, the front's in really good shape here. You could see there's definitely like stone chips and stuff on the hood. The reason they're not on the bumper is because this is plastic. So, you know, it absorbs the stones where, you know, the metal wouldn't. And you can see the paint is fading here as well. Moving along the side, it's worth pointing out, the brakes on this car are perfect. They feel excellent. They feel like new. Not sure exactly how much is remaining onto them. Definitely, you know, more than 75%. But the tires, they were put on just now, less than 20 miles ago, and you can see they got their little things still, and they're alignment dots and all that jazz. So brand new tires all the way around. There is also what was definitely a sticker at one point. It actually, now that I see, might be able to get that off. And yeah, not sure what they were going for there, but we probably could get that off and it'll look much better. There's a chance the paint under it is going to be shinier than the rest, but those cracks are actually in a sticker that will come off, so disregard that, I guess. Some scuffs on the side of the mirror here. You'll
What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2007 Toyota Yaris we'll be installing LED interior lights on. Now, this installation will be compatible with year models 2006 to 2012.
see right off the bat, usually these cars, especially in Rochester here, they're all just like rusted gone along the bottom. But as
Sure, this is PlayStation State of Play.
Time stretches and tears.
Scan for Soltari signals.
Signal corrupted. Approximating.
Is that the thing from the ridge?
Confirmed.
You better stay out of my way.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. Today we are thrilled to show off this first look of gameplay for Saros running on PS5. Saros builds on Returnal's award-winning action and tells the emotional and haunting story of Arjun Devraz's drive for answers on the shape-shifting planet of Carcosa. Here we show off one of our exciting combat features, the Soltari Shield. By holding R1, you can defend yourself and absorb projectiles.
absorbing projectiles, you can now hit back hard using your power weapon. By holding the adaptive trigger on L2, you'll be able to destroy enemies using eclipse-driven weaponry.
Soltari holocache detected.
Mark it on the map.
Here is a Soltari hololog, where you can learn more about lost Carcosa.
I'll try to forget.
Hold on for me. I will find you. I promise.
You actually want to deploy her? You cannot be serious.
Cascade is one of our most highly trained operants.
She's been shelved for 5 years. The parties marked her as a failure.
She won't have to do it alone. Her old squad is still out there.
I thought they'd all been ripped to shreds.
Probably. But she can scrape what's left of them back together. Lead them to their deaths all over again.
And what if she butchers it like last time?
We'll do what we always do. Throw more assets at the problem. We have
We'll do what we always do.
I guess. She's a pathetic, fragile embarrassment. And her methods are so unhinged.
But they get results, no?
Long-range missiles get results.
Show a little faith. We're at the end of history. Everything that could go wrong already has.
Zero parade. Okay. Not bad. Yeah.
One. Execute.
One Battlefield Studios. Is this like Battlefield, the next Battlefield?
Alliances that held since the end of World War II? Gone.
World War II. It's been like what, 60 years ago or something? Say 80 or maybe a century.
You're playing a dangerous game, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
The whole world's gonna look different now.
Pow,
Just takes
pow,
a little
pow.
shake of perspective.
Gotta love a challenge.
Shit, this is like the next Battlefield, right? It's kinda look the Battlefield, you know, the maybe Call of Duty like alternative. Bro, that sky is crazy. Yo, chill down. Calm down, lady. Battlefield 6, October 10th. Alright.
Hey everyone,
That's fire.
I'm Sid Schumann. Sean and I are back to share news and release dates for games coming to PS5.
But first, thanks to EA and Battlefield Studios for that new look at the single-player campaign for Battlefield 6. It launches October 10th on PS5.
Now, let's celebrate one of my favorite games of all time, which is marking its 25th anniversary this year.
Hitman, right? What the yo?
Deus Ex
I
Returns.
thought that was
This
Hitman.
PS5 remaster is a collaboration between Eidos Montreal and Aspyr, the studio behind remastered classics like Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver.
On its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
You play as J.C. Denton,
Don't tell me you're going to wear those.
an augmented operative working to uncover the truth.
My vision is augmented.
This new version adds enhanced visuals, overhauled controls, and support for key PS5 features like haptic feedback. Deus Ex influenced a generation of RPGs with its emphasis on choice and consequence. No two playthroughs unfold the same. Deus Ex Remastered arrives on PS5 early next year. It's almost Halloween, and you know what they say, everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Halloween the game.
Comes to Haddonfield in Halloween the Game, a tribute to the John Carpenter classic. The team at Ilphonic invites players to an asymmetrical horror sandbox where you can play as a civilian survivor or Michael Myers himself.
Michael Myers himself?
As survivors to save these hapless townfolk or to hunt them down as Michael
Bro,
Myers.
this is Michael Myers, like the guy with the mask.
Allowing him to move around the map unseen and pop out where you'd least expect him.
Oh shit.
Playing as a civilian, it's up to you to lead townsfolk to safety, find a phone, and call the police for help. Civilians can also scavenge for gear and weapons to help them survive when they inevitably cross paths with the unstoppable Michael Myers. Become the boogeyman or protect his victims when Halloween the Game launches on September 8th, 2026.
September. Bro, all these games are going to be released next year? Bro, come on, man.
Last Epoch is in development for a PS5. This celebrated dungeon crawler is known for its extensive skill customization, deep and rewarding loot system, and massive time-traveling world.
Hold on, I need to change the quality of this video.
You'll battle through the past, taking down gods and toppling cursed empires to save the world from its ruined future. As for that second announcement,
Last
Epoch's
Epoch.
first major expansion, Orobis, will arrive at the same time as the upcoming PS5 release. The Seven Deadly Sins Origin.
The
is an
Seven
open-world
Deadly
RPG based on
Sins.
the beloved Japanese series.
Seven Deadly Sins, bro.
Single-player campaign and multiplayer areas where cooperation and exploration go hand in hand. Follow in the footsteps of Tristan, the Prince of Britannia, and play an original story you can experience only in the game. Capture creatures, go fishing, cook your own meals, mine resources, and
Seems
craft
like
new
real
items
life.
to explore Britannia on your own. Or step beyond the open world to tackle dungeons with a team of up to 4 other players. In a multiverse that transcends time and space, original heroes join forces with beloved characters from the series to embark on a grand adventure. Venture out alone or with friends when the Seven Deadly Sins Origin arrives on January 28th.
Two iconic characters finally meet in Sonic Racing
Sonic Racing
Crossroads, launching on PS5
Crossroads.
tomorrow.
Crossroads or Crossroads?
Mega Man and his trusty vehicle, the Rush Roadster, joined the lineup as part of the Mega Man DLC pack that arrives early next year. But they're not alone. Proto Man also speeds into the pack. Also included is a stunning reimagining of Dr. Wily's castle from the Mega Man series. Familiar sights and sounds will take players back to some of Mega Man's most memorable adventures. The Mega Man DLC pack comes to PS5 next year as part of the Season Pass and Digital Deluxe Edition.
Bro, oh shit, that was this is going to be out this year. All right. I thought that was gonna be next year too.
Up next, 2 announcements from Koei Tecmo Games, including a release date for Neo 3.
It is I.
It is I who will be Shogun. What is a Shogun? That laugh is goofy.
I shall defeat Hiroko.
My timeless friend, I trust you. Nothing will stop me from becoming.
So this is like all of the games that are gonna be out next year. Some of them are gonna be out this year and then others next year.
To rule, one must prove their might.
The light of hope lies unseen at the end of time. Go now!
You wish to become Shogun that badly? Maybe you don't want it enough. What makes a Shogun anyway? Takachio's strength and superiority are
What makes you a Shogun anyways?
Strength alone is not enough to end this war.
Oh, Neon 3, alright. February 6, 2026. I think there's gonna be like GTA, right? This is a remaster? Nah, chill, I'm not gonna watch this one. Bro, all of these games are animes.
Back in June, we debuted Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, right here on State of Play.
Today,
皆さんのおかげで30年かけてグランツーリスモは1億本を達成しました。本当にありがとうございます。
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Yo, bro, what the Insomniac Games, Marvel Games, this shit now go crazy. This is like a Wolver something, Wolverine, Wolverwolf, whatever he is with the oh shit. This is like
Doesn't matter where I go.
okay, chat. Wow. Bro, I hope this is just a trailer, because if this is the gameplay, it's finna go crazy, trust me.
Just not for me.
Ooh, he can heal himself. Whoa. No wonder they wanted this to be the last one. This is so crazy. Shout out to the animators, bro. Whoever animated this thingy, Wolverine. Let's go. 2026.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the character in the comics? Working with Wolverine is interesting because part of the route to who he is that he's an unreliable narrator. He has gaps in his memory. So Wolverine doesn't really remember a lot of his life, and that's got to be an extremely frustrating aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury, but then he could turn on a dime and he could be very, very kind and tender in the next moment.
When we're casting for someone like Logan, what we're looking for in character traits are someone who can convey a lot with very little being spoken.
When you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion that you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I play James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as it applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves. It's one of the greatest honors of my life, one of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had, and one of the coolest things I've ever got to do.
The entire game is built around staying true to the Wolverine experience.
And then how do we want to put our Insomniac stamp on that? How do we want to put our own spin and creativity, but still give something new and fresh the fans are going to be excited about?
It's the full package. It is a level of detail that we've never been able to do before.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who goes to many places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down that rooftop and you can see the breadth of Madripoor in Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red makes an appearance, Mystique is there, and there are some hints to other characters that fans of Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine is the blood. The blood tech that was put into this game is pretty phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it. It looks fantastic.
Wolverine's combat, making that special, making that feel like him, making it feel different to anything else you've played, that's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and so incredibly satisfying, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
We're pretty excited about the artwork that we're using on the cover. It's dynamic, it's rough-edged.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's Wolverine.
One of the cool things about Insomniac is they are probably the most collaborative group of people I have ever worked with. They make you feel part of their team. That's not something you always get.
We've been in a creative collaboration with Insomniac Games and PlayStation for over a decade now. We've made some of the greatest superhero games of all time, and that was always the goal, making games that are timeless.
I think fans are going to be excited, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm really proud of what we made. We're focused on making the best Wolverine game ever.
On behalf of everyone at Insomniac Games and the Wolverine team especially, we want to thank you for taking time to watch our trailer. We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2026.
Maybe you don't want it enough.
My fights will continue.
PlayStation
Every product design is a series of trade-offs. It's like a slider where you can push it either towards form or towards function. And it can be exciting when you push it way towards form. This is the iPhone Air. So Apple decided to make a ridiculously thin iPhone. Yes, it's thinner than a number 2 pencil, thinner than any previous iPhone that's ever been made, including the one that bent. It's thinner than the freaking iPod Touch. That is ridiculous. And this isn't simply an iPhone shrunken down. Apple has done a ton of rearranging parts and pieces inside the phone. They've squeezed a lot of the compute and memory and logic board up into the top of the phone and allowed a bit of a bulge, which they're calling a plateau, which leaves most of the slimmer bottom of the phone for just battery. The edges are nice and softly rounded, and the whole outside frame is shiny titanium, which picks up a ton of fingerprints, but also is remarkably durable. They 3D printed the USB Type-C port to fit, and all of the buttons and camera control, as thin as they are, go pretty much right up to the front and back edges of the phone. The end result is an iPhone that is noticeably thinner and lighter than it's been in a long time. It is super impressive and, importantly, deserving of the Air name. But it's not perfect. Of course it's not perfect. You wouldn't be watching this review if it was that easy. There are a bunch of trade-offs to making it this thin. It doesn't just get this thin magically without a bunch of sacrifices. Beauty is pain, after all. And so now that I've been using this phone for a couple of weeks, I'm just going to give you each of the trade-offs that Apple made and how much you'll actually notice them. And I have some small concerns. concerns, some medium concerns, and then the big concerns. So, small concern number one is they did remove the bottom speaker to achieve this. So most of the bottom of this phone is battery, but then those grills at the bottom of the Air are just for microphones. So the only speaker in this whole phone is up in that earpiece at the top. Couple things. A speaker that small is not going to get as loud, but there's also way less bass, so things are a bit tinny. But the worst case scenario is actually when you turn your phone landscape to watch a video or game or do something with stereo audio, in which case you'll probably notice all of the audio is coming from one side of the phone. And if you accidentally block that earpiece with your thumb, that's even more annoying. So the speakers are definitely not great, but they're acceptable for most everyday use. At least they're not horrible. You kind of just get used to it. So then the iPhone Air is eSIM only globally. This is again in an effort to make enough room for the battery. They're just getting rid of the slot where you normally have a little plastic SIM card. So this is a very direct trade-off to get more battery out of that saved space. Apple won't say exactly how much battery they gained back, but some of the numbers I'm starting to see pop up around the eSIM versus non-eSIM iPhones looks like there's around 200 milliamp hours of extra battery they're getting out of this. And believe me, I'll talk more about battery in a minute, but yeah, lots of people use regular SIM cards to this day, and I guess it's a bigger deal to me because I swap phones a lot, and there's lots of phones from like Huawei and Oppo that I wouldn't be able to get my SIM card into, and it doesn't work well with eSIM, so I really dislike it. But I suppose for the average person, they'll only notice this once, or twice. Once when they switch to the phone, and then once when they move on to another phone. But speaking of carriers, the iPhone Air, unlike the rest of the iPhone 17s, does not support millimeter wave 5G. And the thing is, most people outside of the US have never used millimeter wave 5G. And most people in the US have also never used millimeter wave 5G. So, it's super convenient once in a while. When you have it, I found myself near a hotspot with a supporting device, and if I happen to have something to download in that moment, it's great. But that is so rare and so far between that you might as well not worry about it yet. The modem in the iPhone Air is brand new. It's the new C1X chip, and alongside Apple's new in-house designed N1 chip, which does all the networking, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread, it's performed great. It does not seem to have any weaknesses in speed or coverage versus Qualcomm iPhones, previous iPhones with other modems, so that's been great to see. But then the USB-C port at the bottom of the Air is only USB 2 transfer speeds, so that's just dumb. But now let's get to the medium concerns. First of all, less cooling. Okay, so I did notice this phone getting hotter. It's running the more powerful A19 Pro chip with one less GPU core than the Pro phones, but it's a Pro chip, and the Pro phones are way thicker, and they're made of aluminum for better thermal conductivity, and they have a new vapor chamber to draw heat away from that chip and dissipate it through the body. The Air has none of that. And so I did have a few instances, especially early on, where I was doing a lot of this sustained activity and the back of the phone was heating up a lot in my hands, especially like right below the camera plateau. No question it's got to be throttling down that chip with any sort of heavy, sustained use. It's a little concerning, but the phone never actually did overheat or give me an overheating message, so I guess that is a good thing. So then there is the single camera. And I'm putting this in medium concerns, but it's really very much depends on the person. For some, it's just like, are you cool with this or not? Because a lot of people are currently using iPhones that have more than one camera. Lots of older iPhones even have that useful ultra-wide, and most of the people thinking about buying this Air have those second cameras, even third cameras. And so the Air doesn't have an ultra-wide, and I can't tell you how many times I went to go take a picture or something and then realized I can't switch to the ultra-wide. And there's also obviously no zoom as well. I will say, Apple makes a big deal about their processing pipeline for the 2x crops on the Fusion camera, so the middle 12 megapixels for a 2x photo having a decent quality shot, but that still doesn't replace having an actual quality zoom camera, and that's especially noticeable when you try to zoom in. I'd say anywhere past about 5x, the quality really starts to drop off in all shooting scenarios. All that said, the one camera you do get is really good. It's essentially the same as the base iPhone 17, and in the world of $1,000 phones, it is right up there with the best. The selfie camera too, which I'll talk more about in the base iPhone 17 review, genuinely innovative and dramatically better than previous iPhones. I think casual photo and video takers will actually mostly be fine with this single camera solution in a vacuum, But we're not in a vacuum, and there are other options out, and you just have to know that there are other phones that cost $1,000 that have way more capable camera systems that can do zoom, that can do ultra wide, that can do macros. This won't do that. So for me, someone who relies on the cameras on the phone a lot, this is one of the reasons I'm not going to be switching to or dailying the Air. But for your parents or someone you know who takes most of their photos and videos on the main camera all the time anyway, they'll probably be totally fine with this. And this was a carefully considered cut from Apple to get there. But now my two main concerns with the iPhone Air, and probably for most people, the durability and the battery. And some of this is actually kind of shocking. It turns out the iPhone Air is not just a survivor of the famous jerry-rig everything bend test, it's literally one of the most impressively durable smartphones of all time. I'm not exaggerating, it's kind of ridiculous. I think in most people's concerns when seeing a piece of hardware this thin, naturally they're thinking, oh, am I gonna break this? Am I gonna snap it in half? And the answer, it turns out pretty definitively, is no. This is not any less durable than a normal smartphone. The titanium frame can withstand more bending than any human can put their mortal hands through, and it'll snap back to flat even if you do get it to flex. And you can almost undoubtedly sit on the phone for an extended period of time like an insane person, and it will survive. It's still IP68 water and dust resistant. Dunk it underwater if you want to. And the Ceramic Shield 2 on the front and back is actually even more scratch resistant than previous versions. I know they say that a lot, oh, this one's the most scratch resistant yet, but it's to the point where it didn't even show the normal scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at level 7 on Zach's famous test. It passed even beyond normal smartphones. Now, of course, glass is glass and glass still breaks. That is, you could still drop this phone and shatter the front or back glass, of course. But you know, I think we all went into this thinking that the durability would be a major weakness of this phone, and it turns out it's one of the biggest strengths, which is crazy. Turns out those engineers and material science people over there are actually pretty good at what they're doing. Or maybe they had some incentive to not repeat a certain past incident. And then it also turns around and gets a 7 out of 10 from iFixit for repairability, and still retains dual entry when you go in to repair it, so you can take just the front glass or just the back glass off. And Apple posted all their disassembly guides on day 1. Kudos. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that through all my throwing it in a frisbee bag and tossing it on a chair next to me and all of the abuse I've put this phone through, it hasn't even come close to breaking or bending. So that brings us to the last main concern, battery. So the battery on the iPhone Air is pretty weak, and there's no getting around that. Remember earlier this year, though, when I said one of the big pillars of 2025 smartphones was going to be these new higher density silicon carbon batteries? Well, it turns out two of the biggest phone manufacturers out there, Samsung and Apple, well, they just didn't want to take the dive on that quite yet on any of their phones. So not only is this phone thinner than ever with less room inside for battery than ever, but it's also not even a special high density battery to make up for it. So the result is this big, bright, gorgeous 6.5-inch 120 Hz OLED display being powered by a battery the same size as the one in the iPhone 11. I will say parts have gotten more efficient, right? So like the display can throttle down all the way to 1 Hz, and the A19 Pro chip can underclock super well. So it's not a disaster, but I'm giving the battery about a C-, ending the day with like 15% left in low power mode in normal use with 4 hours of screen on time for a brand new phone is not that great. Makes me concerned for how this will look in 3 or 4 years down the road. It's actually kind of similar to the camera situation. Like there are lots of people who are now, today, might be you, using a phone with a big battery that was awesome when you first got it, but now, years later, if you're getting to the end of the day and it's dying and you realize you need a battery upgrade, the Air is probably not the phone you should be getting. But if you are getting to year 3 or 4 of your phone and battery is not an issue and you feel like you're a pretty light user, then the Air could be fine for you. So to be specific, for my own use, like standby time I noticed was pretty good, like it is on so many other iPhones, but this Pro chip can spike up pretty quickly. So even with like some screen off stuff like wireless CarPlay, for example, it would take big chunks out of my battery. Anytime the phone was doing anything heavy, battery beware. And then this phone also charges slower than the rest of the 17 lineup, which makes it even more annoying. So if you're a heavy user like me, Well, you literally just end up keeping it on a wireless charger as much as possible. It's annoying. It was just very annoying, to be honest. And that's sort of the two things that made it a deal breaker for me, is the cameras and the battery. The difference, though, between those is the battery, you can kind of work around it. The camera kind of can't. Also, pretty classic Apple move to make the problem and then sell you the solution. So this is the MagSafe battery they launched alongside the Air. It's sold separately for $100, and it's also, just to be honest, not a very good accessory. It turns out it's basically the exact same battery that's in the iPhone Air, but only charges it to about 65% because of the heat loss during wireless charging. Not a great deal. So originally I said there were basically two ways to look at the iPhone Air. One is it's just Apple trying something new, throwing it out the wall to see if it sticks. Oh, maybe people like this. Or it is a long, premeditated preview at the future of all smartphones when they're all this thin. But I lied. There's actually a third way to look at this phone.